Hello world, yes. I don't know if you heard, but Boston is a hot state right now. It's a lot going on in Boston. However, there's a Democratic councilwoman by the name of Tania Fernandes Anderson who was actually outed. And what happened to City Councilor Tania Fernandes Anderson? Well, according to news articles, she was arrested Friday morning on federal corruption charges, and she was accused of taking a $7,000 kickback and hiring family members. And her husband, Tanzarius Anderson, is already in jail after he was found guilty of murder in the first degree in 2002. So, what happened to City Councilor Anderson? Well, she's a 45-year-old representative of Roxbury, Dorchester, Fenway, and parts of the South End, who was again charged actually, with 5 counts of wire fraud and theft around programs receiving federal funds. Now, with all this talk about Doge, she should have known she would be definitely investigated. However, the indictment alleges that Anderson started a kickback scheme after hiring a relative who was not an immediate family member in 2022. Anderson is accused of hiding that she was related to the staff member. And what gets more salacious is how she allegedly did this scheme. According again to news articles, according to text messages, the city council allegedly accepted $7,000 again in kickbacks during a meeting in a bathroom at Boston City Hall in 2023. Quote, all of that money was funded by the taxpayers of the city of Boston, unquote, according to the United States Attorney's Office for the District of Massachusetts announced at a press conference. Now, this woman, being 45 years of age, should have known better, because not only did this just happen, previously to this, she was already arrested. So she was put, and this occurred before the hand of this transaction bathroom. Now, when she was first hired and she was arrested, she was accused of, again, hiring her family members who she paid substantial fees to. And despite her yearly salary of $115,000, you would think, okay, right, financial hardships can hit anyone, but you wouldn't think she would be this blatantly foolish to not think she wouldn't be under the microscope. However, she was arrested. Furthermore, her husband, who's in jail now for first-degree murder, was actually arrested for armed robbery and illegal possession of a firearm, and he was found guilty as a principal and joint venture in the crimes, according again to court documents on March 25th, 2000. The husband and a 16-year-old allegedly according to news articles, broke into a condominium and that belonged to Tate's father, and stole firearms and ammunition. And allegedly 2 days later, the man Anderson was working with, I guess they proceeded to, according to court documents, rob and kill the individual. However, back to this councilwoman, again, she now states or now asks to be forgiven. And her direct quote, according to news articles, is that she's resigning, and she says, please forgive me. She says, I will be resigning. It is the right thing to do. In coming days, I will evaluate transition plans and timelines with the District 7 Advisory Council. I will do everything possible to make an orderly exit to ensure my constituents' needs are met. Now, ma'am, after you've been caught, I'm sure this is not a sincere apology.
So I do hope that the conversations for my district, as I'm building out a transition plan, that we can sort of talk about some of these issues, particularly because it deeply impacts District 7, some of these issues, but also holding ourselves to a structure, again, that it's actually more practical, more productive.